Chosen Philly. What's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, USC and Lincoln Riley has officially found his sweet spot. Listen, he's found the secret sauce to what Pete Carroll had access to and the resources. Listen, when we talk about resources, we don't always just talk about financial aspect of the resources. We talk about the surrounding area that USC has access to, and now Lincoln Riley has tapped into it. And that's what Lincoln Riley meant when he talked about USC is one of the most unique places in college football. He has so many things great things that he has to say about that, and he said there's no place like it. And I believe Lincoln Riley understands that, and he tapped into it, and now he's reaping the benefits. So yesterday in practice, USC was joined by, and we got a couple of things we got to talk about. Of course, you guys know USC just got a new basketball coach. There was a multitude of things that took place yesterday, but Travis Scott, big time entertainer, hip hop guy. A lot of people know him all over the country. Guy has like $53 million Instagram followers, and he came into practice, man. And USC. These players were absolutely going crazy. And by the way, there were a lot of recruits there, multiple guys there. Dejan Lee being one of those guys. He put this stuff up on his story. I mean, USC is now knocking it out of the park when you're talking about from a recruiting aspect. And it's all because of what Lincoln Riley was able to tap into. And so now, not only did they have Aaron Donald, now you got this guy, Travis Scott. And so Lincoln Riley is moving and grooving as it relates. So now you see here, this was yesterday at practice, Travis Scott coming by. Of course, he had the big sword. And isn't this reminiscent of what Pete Carroll did? He pulled on guys like Snoop Dogg. He pulled on guys, different guys, actors. I mean, you can name it. But this is the normal for the USC football team. I mean, this is what they experienced in the past. And now Lincoln Riley has tapped into it. The USC football program has tapped into it. And not only that, Juju Lewis, she got involved with this as well. Excuse me, Juju Watkins and Juju Lewis, because we're going to talk about both of those real quick. And here, this is Juju Watkins. She's actually becoming a superstar. That's a whole nother topic I'm going to get into, because I want to know if her superstar status is just as much, does she have just as much fame as a guy like Caleb Williams? I mean, we'll talk about that another time, because Juju has really hit the ground running. And you see Travis Scott putting her jersey on. She wanted him to have that, but she was involved with this practice as well. But you see here, the freshman, man, Marquise Gallegos. You see Marcellus Williams, and then you see Brian Jackson, all the freshmen. I guess this is like an incredible experience for them. Especially, you look at it from a freshman standpoint. These guys are coming in, but they're seeing all this access, what they could potentially get a hold of as far as from a resource standpoint. I mean, USC is absolutely moving and grooving. And you see Zach Branch, the whole team was absolutely fired up with this whole experience yesterday. So you guys hit me in the comments about that. We got a couple of things that we got to talk about as it relates to this USC football team. And I'm just going to show you this last one. This is Lincoln Riley addressing the team. You see Travis Scott there on his knee like he's one of the players. So, man, this is a time that these guys were absolutely all lost to the sauce. Everybody was just kind of taking notice of what's taking place, man. So you guys drop those comments. Let me know what you think about that aspect. And as I mentioned, there were multiple recruits there. Dejan Lee, one of the big-time cornerbacks in the class, he's actually a part of this as well. There were over, from what I understand, 100 recruits that were out there yesterday. And as a result, USC is able to move and groove. Once again, the same effect that this Aaron Donald thing happened. And we got multiple recruits. Don't be surprised if we get multiple recruits that come out of this from yesterday. Dejan Lee put this up immediately after he was there. And, I mean, the response, the feedback was incredible. And everybody's absolutely loving what's happening with the USC football program right now. And actually, Travis Scott was there kind of promoting his brand that he's kind of collaborating with the USC football program, Cactus Jack. And they have a clothing line, and Juju Lewis here you see him on with it on. He actually put this on his story. He has some of the stuff as well. I was actually going to get a backpack, but it was sold out at the bookstore. But he's promoting this product, Cactus Jack, and he teamed up with USC. And it's a good thing to see a guy like Juju Lewis. For those who are worried about it, Juju Lewis put his USC sweatshirt, his Cactus Jack sweatshirt on, and he was representing, put it on his story, man. So you got to know, man, that this thing is really moving and grooving to a whole nother level right now, and it's straight up go time. Now, let's move on to some of the other action that took place, because it was some straight action Jackson yesterday. Now, USC just got themselves an incredible basketball coach, a guy that has a lot of experience. His name is Eric Musselman, and I'm going to tell you, this guy has, he's been with Arkansas for the past 5 years, and he's took this team to the tournament twice. From my understanding, he's a heavy, big-time recruiter, and coincidentally, he got a recruit the same day that he was hired as coach, which is a phenomenal thing. So this is athletic director Jennifer Cohen. This is her first, hiring of a coach. And look, she's done a phenomenal job already. And you see him here signing the paperwork. And look, man, he got lost in the USC love sauce as well. I'm going to show you guys why. They showed him some absolute. This was Eric Musselman. He got lost in the USC love sauce. You can't do it for recruits, but you can still do it for the coaches. And you see here, he just came to his room. And listen, he didn't know what the new coach got lost in the USC love sauce as well. And also yesterday, he got his first, the new coach, Eric Musselman, got his first commitment from a big-time center standing at 6'10", who averaged 15.9 points per game. And he transferred from UMass. His name is Josh Cohen, and he was going to Arkansas. However, he flipped his commitment. Now he's coming to USC, and you already see the instant impact that this coach is going to have. And so, look, man, this thing is really hitting on all types of, all cylinders right now, and it's straight up go time with the USC basketball program as well. Also, I got to give a big time shout out to Juju Watkins. She actually got made All-American. You guys know she had a phenomenal year. And listen, sky is the limit. The best is still yet to come with her. She's going to be moving and grooving. It's going to be go time with her, man. So you guys drop those comments. Let me know what you think of the USC football program. All these things that are going on. USC is the buzzing thing right now. You got to know that the transfer portal is coming up. You already know. This is on made national media. So everybody's going to get ready and see everything that's taking place with the USC football program, man. So guys, drop those comments in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. You guys already know where you can find me. It's USCJ32 on Instagram. It's USCJ32 on Twitter. Oh, one more thing. I wanted to address the linebacker coach. You guys know that there was practice yesterday, and there were some comments that were made. It was so much going on yesterday. I almost did address the linebacker situation, and he talked about Rajon Davis. That was one of the #1 things that he talked about. But Rajon Davis being one of the ones that was injured, and that not only was his wrist hurting, which we kind of knew about, but then he was also talking about his hands. So we just pray that Rajon gets better and kind of heals from that, a speedy recovery. However, he also asked about who was, kind of impressing at the linebacker position. Everybody wants to know about the defense, and he mentioned about Eason Mascarenas coming from Oregon State. He talked about how he was very impressed, and he thinks that experience really contributes to his success on the field. He also talked about Mason Cobb, his experience, and Eric Gentry. Said that Eric Gentry's up to 220 pounds. So I think we kind of see where this thing is moving and grooving and where it's going right now. So look, man, you guys can drop those comments. You guys can tell me what you think. You guys already know where you can find me. It's USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Until later on, fight on.